Groggy.
As far as the bad guys go, Dr. Hartman is the main villain here, but he's probably a little more interesting than the Dark Presence. He's a very smart guy, and he knows a lot about the Dark Presence and Cauldron Lake in general. He kind of presents himself as a pop psychologist to the stars, but that's kind of a ruse. He just wants creative people in so he can exploit them. With Wake, of course, he resorted to a little more drastic measures. He pretended to have kidnapped his wife, fished him out of a lake, tried to convince him that he was schizophrenic, and it doesn't end very well for him, but it's a valiant effort anyway. We have a lot of backstory for this guy, and I'd love to do a little bit more with him in the future, but of course, we don't exactly leave him feeling very well at the end of this one.
If you weren't suspicious of me, I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
いやー、大体
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Cauldron Lake Lodge is the residence and place of practice for Dr. Emil Hartman, who uses it as a sort of a nursing home and also a place of inspiration for artists he treats there. Built in the turn of the century, it is an imposing building, hewn from large timber and heavy stone, with a steep shingle roof to weather off even the heaviest of snowfalls. The starting idea for this location was the real-world hotel of Timberline Lodge that they used in the movie Shining, but following the typical style of these buildings and the heavy materials used in the construction, it quickly evolved into a thing of its own. Story-wise, the most important location in the game, Cauldron Lake, is inspired by the real-world location of Crater Lake in Oregon. It's a vast lake formed from a volcano thousands of years ago in a massive eruption. It's truly a breathtaking place that anyone interested in such things should definitely visit. In the game, the location is Cauldron Lake has actually had two notable eruptions. One that originally formed the lake, and then another which took down a small island in it, along with its cabin and even a person, a diver called Thomas Zane. The place is said to hold an ancient power, And it's not without reason, as you will find out playing the game.
OK， 我唔講嘢嘅。
Never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk. Hartman obviously loved his own voice. His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Now here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Got you
Emerson.
good. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into anything like that, for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. No.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
La 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 la
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
It's hard to think. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Here it comes.
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
The music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkly adult diaper.
Get out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
The Haunted House sequence went through a lot of iterations during development. We had as extreme routes as Alan Wake actually going behind and below the lodge on the mountain cliffs and fighting against possessed patients. Eventually it was great that we focused on the poltergeist events because it allowed us to create a nice chain of smaller fight-based puzzles, and it also wrapped up really nicely with the big poltergeist fight in the main yard.
Shit.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
As the dark presence attacks the lodge, we are seeing an escalation in its power and aggressiveness. Maybe even some frustration. It's now been chasing you for quite a while and with little success. And now that you are on its home court, so to speak, it's literally throwing stuff at you left and right. It's a good thing that the lodge is built to handle heavy storms, or otherwise it might come crashing down on you with all the furniture that's flying around.
Fuck!
This scene is kind of like an action puzzle where you have to react to fast-changing conditions and find your way out of the building before it's too late. Fans of Max Payne 1 might have a fleeting sense of familiarity here.
Hello.哇！都有人仔卡住咗佢。啲人仔，喂！佢哋班架車嚟嘅喎，你班咩啊？你班啲咩嚟啊？你？
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out! Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
哇！咁要狗走啊，仲玩？傻的嗎？ Let's get out here. 我去邊度 get out here 啊？呢度。
Originally, the hedge maze actually was a circular shape. It looked great from the aerial shots, and everything was pretty good as long as you actually didn't go in there. But playing a maze with all the corridors in the various curves just didn't really work, and we then went with this more traditional setup.
Don't trust Emin. 搞掂。個 Church 咧出咗新功能喎，大家咧而家開始咧可以喺個 Church 度加朋友啊，或者係我唔知我見到有個好友嘅功能啊，大家可以試一試。咩有講咩㗎？首先。喂，殺唔死嘅嗰條友。OK， 哇！佢原來可以唔使打嘅。OK， 但係呢度冇得避啦。哇！好 Brian， 做嘅嘢都揈下揈下，我都係冇救啦，走啦，快啲離開呢個鬼地方。走開啊！喂，眼燈冇咗嘅，我諗住翻去叉電添。咁啊，好彩子彈數係full嘅，咁都可以繼續玩落去。哇！好多嘢執啊！又係大戰嘅前夕。開門啦！
Maybe. Barry. Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
有人嚟緊。
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it! Gotta be here! Just hang on!
不過死埋添，唔可以企呢個位啊！呢個位太危險，係要轉一轉個位。
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
轟啊！一吹3隻。走啦，拜！喂 ，fuck， 點解 reborn 嘅？失策，冇諗過會 reborn。快啲啦喂！
I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig! Here it is! Al, I found the key!
快啲開啊！ I found the key, I found the key， 大佬，整死我啊！爭啲，佢攞埋紙牌走啦，黐線。
You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon, sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it. 紅外線日曬機即係咩嘢嚟嘅？
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out!
又 lost 埋根，我成日覺得你 lost 咗根咧，其實唔係一個大問題，你成日冇支電筒先係麻煩。
Barry! Barry! Oh, man, you're okay!
Here we have, once again, a twist to the gameplay. We actually take away the light, the main tool of the player. The point of this scene is to demonstrate how utterly helpless Wake is without his light against the forces of darkness. There really isn't any other option here but to run or die.
Al! There's something moving down here! Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry! Yeah! Barry, are you alright?
Area is the Anderson farm. In the game we have these two goofy guys called the Anderson brothers. They used to live here, but with time they have gone a bit funny in the head, and now they spend most of their time at Hartman's clinic, although they do wander off all the time.
Yeah, they were in a band called the Old Gods of Asgard, and they actually pretended to be Nordic gods. And that whole rock and roll lifestyle thing was just a little bit too much.
Yeah, it could be a Rambo, huh?
That they actually made their moonshine border from Calder Lake. These guys are nuts.
Yeah, but this is a really cool location. It used to be an ordinary farm, but as these guys led their rock and roll lifestyle, they made it into their own image, and they built this stage in the middle of the cornfield and even decorated the farmhouse with Viking imagery. They had some serious parties here. This whole Viking thing was like a lifestyle for them, and in the end they started to believe in their own characters. Unfortunately, it went a bit too far.
呢度有座建築物好似之前冇嚟過嘅喎。
This all took place not long after Zane had managed to put the Dark Prince down in the first place, and the Dark Prince.
我有咖啡樽喺度。
That's another reason why they're so crazy.
唔可以踩死。
Eventually, they managed to put it back down, but unfortunately.
真係人為財死嘅，真唔識死。咁佢間唔間我執咗㗎？你要我執多次㗎？
This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
不過其實唔執冇所謂啦，我都唔係解嗰啲獎杯啊呢樣嗰樣。喂！搞咁多嘢，呢度個盡頭有張原稿喺度，即係你要儲齊呢啲嘢，特登要走過嚟呢啲位度咯。喂頂，碌咗咯喎！會乜都睇唔到黑掹掹。
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. sense the movement.
電筒啊
Player gets the light back to basics. A good boost, as you know, blinds the enemies and slows them down, and that's
Just
the only
no
way
one
to
in the
survive
dark.
through this situation. You still need a weapon to be able to defeat them. So the only option is to continue running.
Continue your running. 前面有燈啊！衝啊！喂！想任我？喂！嘻嘻，過嚟一笨。
Was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking. Was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Hello HLG，Hello 你好啊。因為而家我淨係得個電筒冇武器咧，所以就淨可以不停逃亡啦。
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of lightning. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit.
好多夾
He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
我諗起琴日玩隻 game 好多夾。琴日玩咗隻叫做咩 Daylight 啊，係啊，跟住你做殺人魔咧，可以喺地下放隻夾啦，跟住咧就去追殺啲人啊。咁琴日玩咗一陣，係啊，所以我諗住快啲開完台，跟住就出去食飯。啊！如果你走到嘅，早啲走咯，一齊都好啊！早啲走出去行下，食下飯咁。揸步！ Yes。冇開門咩？冇開門啊
The journey from the crashed car, the second one we have in the game, up to this hunting cabin has been fun to develop. It was really cool to see different things, try different things that work out with Wake being very vulnerable. Originally, we tried giving Wake just less ammunition, less batteries. Then we took the revolver away for quite a long time. And in this final version, you actually start the whole journey without any kind of light source either.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin.
冇諗住理佢陰公。好啦，聽埋講嘢啦。吓？我聽你講嘢喎，你乜死咗啊？啱佢仲正正常常講緊嘢喎，突然間死咗喎。Saved by himself.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
有車啊！
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble.
The farmlands area has been one of the most liked
喂喂喂，飛落山啊，大佬！
areas in gameplay testing. I think the big element to this is that we have very many different gameplay types during this journey.
聽得太似。
We just had a very tightly planned, very tightly designed survival journey up to the hunting cabin, and then again now we
呢個車好難控制啊！就講
direction, and we give the
用力少少掟彎架車已經變到咁唔搭八。Hello, come on. Shortcut. Nó rồi lọt xe đi個位，好似係真係要落車我記得。拜。啊！ 救命啊！前面有燈啊！前面有燈啊！哇，苦碌啊！咦，以為起我哋點落去啊？但係雀仔。好啦，冇理佢啦，走啦。咁啊，琴晚夜台開咗另一隻 game 啊，咁如果大家琴日冇睇到嘅，可以去睇翻呢個VOD 嘅，可以睇翻琴晚我玩咗另一隻 game。唉，又係開 party 啊！
Glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Shut up and shoot!
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stopped! Al! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Just stay in the light， 爭少少。頂！呢個係中文版嚟嘅。 喂，唔好話我死啊！冇啊！唔都要翻返上台。哇！爭啲，爭啲 GG 啊！點解今次難咗咁多嘅？上次我覺得冇咁恐怖㗎。
Children of the Elder God, what a great song to kick ass to. I think the whole stage fight sequence is going to be one of the most memorable moments for a lot of people, simply because it's just such a ridiculous action-packed sequence. The music is actually by the band Poets of the Fall, who have a long history of collaboration with Remedy. We kind of wanted this to sound like 70s heavy rock, and I think they did a fantastic job of that, and from what I hear, they had a good time doing that too. They also did the other song that you hear a little bit later at the farmhouse, The Poet and the Muse, and that's of course more of a ballad, but you know, still a very nice song. The lyrics of both songs are actually based on poems by our lead writer Sam Lake.
Okay. 上次我英文版咪玩到呢度附近嘅，記得好似係差唔多呢個位附近。係咪呢個附近啊
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'm so all day long. I'm always intense.
低能，點解佢仲可以攞住個牌嘅？
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Okay. 陰啲咁出嚟啊！哎呀〜哇！條血噴咗唔少啊！想講，佢企喺盞燈度咯。
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new site.
拍個實體節目、實景節目。
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
OK， 上樓上。
Open, okay?
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night. Not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deer Fest is almost here, isn't it? Bet that keeps you in business. Pretty busy, yeah.
Huh?
Actually, Pat, we've been real busy which concerns an ongoing investigation.
I could see the building that had to be
陣間有啲攰攰地添。
on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
OK， 我記得一陣間會有恐怖嘅事情發生啊！就係呢架車會追我，如果冇記錯。死咗！射爛個轆佢，一陣間咪唔可以襲擊你咯。講真，甩咗個轆佢都唔會揸得快啦，係嘛？ 擊敗收割機點擊敗啊？可以擊敗佢？死啦！唔記得咗呢度點玩添？點樣擊敗佢啊？ Fuck！ 咩啊？點擊敗佢啊？ 我有揼波鐘咋嘛？唉死啊！掉信號彈去邊度啊？佢叫佢撞開道門啊！頂！信號彈點掉去炸架車啊？信號彈係揸住喺手㗎喎。佢掟係掟落地下㗎啫喎，佢冇得攞出掟出去㗎喎。搞掂。完啊嘛！ 冇嘢執嘅。咦？唔係跳呢度喎，傻仔！谷倉嘅鎖匙。
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hey.
Hey, let's go, man.
安德森兄弟嘅房子。
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
OK。
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing. The lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box. You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby ad. Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talking about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? That's gotta be what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
OK， 入劇情嘅時候去個洗手間先，轉頭翻嚟啊。都唔多呢個煙花喺度嘅。好，睇一睇劇情。
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell?
Seriously, I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those cruise and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened.
可能係啊，上次玩到呢度啊，玩到呢度行入去間屋度睇資料啊嘛。
I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
Jagger 即係邊個？
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it
Alice!
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
嚇，跟住就咁樣就聽到佢講啦。
Write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. I'll write. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something
未爆機啊，好靜嗰啲唔慣都覺得係啊，所以我諗緊今日係咪應該要早啲關台啊？係啊，聽日先再繼續玩埋落去。
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
Your fault, and you're gonna pay for
好
it.
靜啊！係啊，魔人一章第5章，我應唔應該開第5章呢？定係睇埋故仔就算啦？有冇人想睇埋落去啊？佢知道佢老婆點解會消失咗。我睇埋故仔，睇下冇人想睇埋落去，冇嘅話就今日玩到呢度啦。
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light. Hello.
Stay in the light. Die. 一個想睇啫陰公。
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Ow, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had
一
enough
共
of
幾多
this.
張我唔知喎。
I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Oh man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on.
We like to keep things a little vague because once you start explaining things in great detail, you kind of lose a lot of the magic. That said, I think it's very clear to everybody by now that Bright Falls is a very weird place, and it's not just about Cauldron Lake and what dwells within. Sarah Breaker is the sheriff here, and given the nature of Bright Falls, she has a fairly difficult job. Once you're the sheriff here, you're not just writing parking tickets. You're actually responsible for the entire community, and that's why her view of this whole thing is a little different than Wake's, because you could say that Wake's goal is a little bit selfish because it's all about his wife and his marriage, and Sarah is a little bit more community minded because she's really fighting to save Bright Falls from this threat.
Okay, go, go, go.
I need you to stay here.
What? No.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phones.
哇！架車塞咗道門。
And tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Mayor. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey.
My
Is this like
dad.
a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one out?
My hangover wants you to shut up and get to work.
唔太乜嘢，唔太差，還可以啦。睇下你中唔中意呢類型嘅東西。如果你中意嘅，佢就覺得還可以。
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Shit!
The town of Bright Falls is a sleepy, idyllic small town, the type that's familiar from much of popular culture, where little happens and time almost seems to stand still. The heaviest influences for this location were the town of Snoqualmie, where they shot Twin Peaks, and also the town of Roslyn, the location for Northern Exposure. If you've seen these shows or visited similar locations, you might recognize the dreamlike, almost peaceful ambience that they often seem to have. It's as if time is reluctant to move on, sort of clinging back to the glory days when the town was born, where industries like mining and logging were booming. It is genuine Americana, and I think we have captured it quite well.
Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though. We need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
OK。
That's smart. Good job, Wake. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
OK， 有條女。哦，上次有玩到呢度喎，上次玩到咩啊嘛？OK， 有啲攰嘅，唔係話唔想打埋落去。
The air smelled of fish. This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
Fishing can be a hobby or a job.
shit！ 由頭打過添，呆咗下，突然間跌咗落海。哇！有啲攰啊，真係。好啦，玩埋呢 part 啦，差唔多啦。呢張啊， 呢張我唔知幾長喎，可能好長㗎喎。好攰啊！做起出門口啦，係啦。可能琴日拋粒頭痛藥咧，所以佢係夜服頭痛藥嚟嘅，所以食完之後個人有少少攰攰地。香港先生冇啦，得棚骨參咩加香港先生啦。delay 咗添。
Same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now.
咁睇小自己。
Bright Falls was a very, very challenging location to really develop.
好似七宗嘅螢火蟲一樣咁鮮明、咁出眾。
The town was designed and built quite a bit earlier than we actually settled on the final storyline twists and the specifics what actually happened there.
好啦，玩下個 checkpoint。
We had a lot of problems.
玩埋呢個 checkpoint，去下個 checkpoint 就完。今日早少休息啊。
For example, this branch, this harbor side building that you're now just been going past was something we incorporated very late in the process when we noticed that having the whole harbor street available for combat just didn't work that well as we expected for combat, pacing and technology.
喂，我死啦喂！Hello， 有冇興趣報我上去係嘛？好啦，入埋教堂啦，唔知教堂定博物館啊？
my back, Wake.
It's an ambush.
要休息下。唔知我個人，我今朝因為好個頭好痛，拍咗粒感冒藥，跟住就嘔到而家啦。你見好牛喎，冇乜點講嘢啊成。OK， 唔使出手。
Let's go, Wake.
OK。入呢間屋係咪就會 save 啊？如果係嘅話就完啦。早幾分鐘收台，唞一唞嘅出門口。
How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
The keys aren't upstairs, Wake.
I'm just gonna take a quick look.
今日沖完涼，吹住冷氣機打機咁爽。我琴日都係啊，我琴日都係咁，但我唔係感冒，我係今朝瞓完起身個頭好痛，我唔知係因為焗得滯所以頭痛啊，定因為咩頭痛？所以呢，批完嗰粒藥之後呢，就佢寫明話會有呢個瞌睡嘅情況嘅，但我其實有食完瞓覺㗎嘛，咁我冇諗過食完瞓覺瞓醒都仲係嘔地。偏頭痛？唔係啊，而家冇頭痛啦，但係好攰咯。差佬會硬淨啊！我想講，直升機鎖匙，離開辦公室。好啦，去埋下個 checkpoint 就完啦。應該出咗門口應該係啊，睇埋呢段片啦。
Barry? Why isn't he inside? Oh God! Oh God!
藥力太強，我都覺得係。好啦，睇埋呢段片就明天繼續啦。今日早幾分鐘休息。好啦，到達檢查點啦。 明天繼續啦。我聽日會早少少開嘅。咁啊，聽日再同大家玩啦。拜拜。